Good evening. It's cold today. Let's start. Little Miss Bad. Little Miss Sunshine looked out of windows and thought back on all the things that has happened in the last week. Lots of things. Lots of bad things. Something were just a little bit bad. Mr. Uppi's tan silk string were swapped it for the spaghetti. And the ice cream in the Mr. Grudy's ice cream bun was replaced with the toothpaste. Ouch. Something were really quite bad. Little Miss Splendid Shower had covered her with ink. Look at this, black ink. And someone has painted crack on the wall of Mr. Worry's house. Mr. Worry was so worried that his house might fall down. He had moved into his garden shed. Something was really very bad indeed. Something had sewn Mr. Forgettable's car in half. Fortunately, Mr. Forgettable did not get upset. He simply thought that he must have forgotten the other half and left it at home. And someone has sneaked into Little Miss Neat's house while she was away on holiday and left all the taps running. Little Miss Neat did get upset. Nobody knew who had done all these things, but Little Miss Sunshine had a very good idea who was behind it all. Little Miss Bad, she murmured to herself. Little Miss Bad was not good, far from it. In fact, about as far from as you can get, which is a long way. But how to catch Little Miss Bad? This was the question that Little Miss Sunshine was turning over in her mind. And then she has an idea, a very clever idea. The next day, a poster appeared in the town square. It announced that there was to be a grand competition to discover the most mischievous, naughty, or bad trick that has been played in the last week. First prize was a fabulous holiday. How easy, said Little Miss Bad to herself. That holiday was as good as mine. The day of the grand competition dawned. By middle day, a large crowd has gathered in the town square. A stage has been built in the middle of the square. Little Miss Sunshine called for quiet. Each contestant, she explained, will come up on stage and describe their entry, and then the panel of judges will decide upon a winner. First up is a Little Miss Bad. Little Miss Bad could not wait to get on stage. She was so excited. She had spent all the previous night trying to pick her worst and best trick, depending on how you look at it, but she has not been able to decide. So she described them all to the crowd, from Mr. Uppi's tennis racket string all the way through to Little Miss Neat wet house. She described them in a great detail. Look at this. Little Miss Bad was so carried away, she failed to notice that the crowd had fallen silent. It was only when she had finished that she saw the expression on everybody's face. She looked to Little Miss Sunshine, who was the only person the scare and a smile on her face. A rather small smile, and it suddenly occurred to little Miss Bad just what she had been tricked into doing. I was only joking, she stammered. Anything more to say? Said little Miss Sunshine. Little Miss Bad looked very ashamed. I am sorry, she said. Little Miss Bad had learned her lesson that day. The lesson continued for a number of weeks as it took her a long time to repair all the damage and clean Little Miss lit house. Mr. Forgettable's class will never look quite the same. Luckily, he can remember what it looks like in the first place. But nothing she had to do was half as bad as those moments. Standing on the stage with the crowd glaring at her, it was a very long time before she even thought of doing anything bad. And the same could be said of the one other person that day, Mr. Mischief, who slipped away from his place next to the stage and slunk off home, where he breathed a very deep sigh of relief. Thank you. Have a nice evening.